On this episode of the EVERBLACK podcast, we're joined by SCHMIER from legendary German thrash masters Destruction, who have just released their brand new live album, Born To Thrash, live in Germany, and that's out now digitally through Nuclear Blast. You can also pre-order the physical copy, which is out on July 17 and includes the poster that we talk about in the interview and a whole bunch of other cool things. Check out what the boys have cooked up. Here is my interview with SCHMIER from Destruction. Get their brand new live album, Born To Thrash, live in Germany, out now through Nuclear Blast. Turn it up, horns high, enjoy, people.
So you're keeping in touch with all the rest of the guys in the band?
Yeah, we're as we're doing the live album, we had a lot of decisions to make and keep rolling for the guys. We also been producing some video clips for the live album. So we've been in touch, sending stuff back and forth, and talking to each other. It helps us a little bit to stay connected, and feels like we're still doing music. It's not the big break that everybody has at the moment. For us, the ball keeps on rolling, which is kind of good to have at the moment. Not to fall into depressions. So.
Well, SCHMIER, my name's Nev. It's good to talk to you again, mate. It's been a little while. I'm having a beer with SCHMIER. How good's that?
Yeah, you have beer drinking time here. It's still before beer drinking 2 o'clock, so I'm not allowed to drink yet, so cheers.
Yeah, cheers to you, man. Well, of course, I've been cranking the new Destruction live album, Born To Thrash, which is out this Friday through Nuclear Blast. Man, it's such a damn good live album. It captures, the chaos and the energy of what Destruction is live. You guys must be really proud how it came out.
Yeah, it's been a festival show and a great one, and we didn't know it's been recorded, so it was very spontaneous. Everything is sometimes it's better if you don't know when it's recorded. So when we listened to the album the first time or the songs, we were like, "Wow, this is awesome! Turned out great. We should maybe one day release it." And then the COVID came and we were all sitting home. Everything's got canceled. We were like, "Wait a second, we have this live album. Why don't we talk to the label?" And it wasn't so easy because, you have to understand, live albums are not so famous anymore. Like, it's kind of old-fashioned, So, but in COVID-19 times, I told the label, I want this to be out tomorrow. We can mix it in a week or two, and then we can shoot it out for the streaming customers right away. We don't need a big promotion for this. Give it to the crowd as fast as possible in times of no shows. And the label kind of agreed with the idea, and it's going to be released this Friday. And the physical edition will come in summer. It takes time to produce, like 3 months at least to do the vinyl.
Yeah.
So, but as most of the people are meanwhile connected with streaming, I think it's the best solution. So we have a quick COVID-19 kind of sign of life and connection with the fans. Also, we also did this campaign, this fan campaign, where people could put themselves into a interface on our website where they saw Destruction the first time and the year, of course, of that event, and we print this big poster in the album later. So we kind of had a lot of memories back and forth, people posting their old tickets and shit. So it's been a memory lane the last couple of weeks, which really helped to get through this COVID times, because here, for musicians, everything gets canceled by the day. Yesterday was Wacken canceling, then every day is just bad news, and it's kind of frustrating. So this live album really kept us positive. Something's happening, and we know everything's going to be canceled, but we know times will get better, and it's a good distraction to have and a connection to the fans also.
Absolutely, and I like how you guys have thought outside the box with the map too. I don't think that's ever been done.
Yeah, it might be something new. Yeah, I'll be also surprised because normally when we do those polls live on Facebook and stuff, a couple of people contribute, a couple of hundred. But for the poster, it was almost 2,000 people that wrote us and wanted to be part of it. So we were like, how big's the poster going to be? We have to see it fits in the CD. It has to be folded and shit. But not everybody that actually wrote something useful. So some people had to be eliminated again, because people put their name right or don't put, a lot of people actually misunderstood and wrote 2020 and the country they're born in. So we're like, no, it's not right. We want to the band. But that's also something in the internet nowadays. You can see a lot of times that people don't read the posts anymore. They look at the picture, the first two lines, and then they go online and start writing. Like sometimes when you do an article like that, we're coming to Australia. We don't come to Australia now. And then people are like, oh, why don't you come now? But then later, come later this year. And then there's about 10 posts like people complaining, like, hey, read the whole article. It's a good tip.
I guess it's the way it is now. No, people are too impatient.
Yeah.
They want everything yesterday.
I call it the Instagram impatience, because Instagram is only, if it's more than one sentence, people don't read it.
That's right. But you could put a little clause in there or something little, and they wouldn't read it.
Exactly.
They've, given away their house.
I'm always in charge of our social media stuff. I see a lot and I read a lot, and I always keep an eye on everything. And this is something I saw coming over the last couple of years. This internet hate on one thing, that everybody wants to point out the negative things all the time, and also that people don't read the full article anymore. It's kind of it comes with the internet. It's on one side I love the internet, on the other side, of course, it's a curse in the same time.
Is that affecting your writing at the moment? I mean, being at home, is that influencing you in some way?
Yeah, I read from a lot of other bands. They're all writing, so we don't, because all those albums coming out next year, it's going to be too many. So we're actually supposed to promote our last album, Born To Perish, at this point, which we start touring with, and now we can't tour. So once we're going to go back on the road, we're going to promote the last album, which is only 7-8 months old at this point. And I don't feel like writing new songs yet, actually. I want to promote and pay tribute to the last one first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sooner or later this summer, we're going to have to start writing because we're going to be bored. We're going to be bored home, like not playing. And then we already talked about it with the boys. We're going to start writing some new songs. And we don't know when we're going to record and when the album is going to come out. But hopefully next year we're going to be busy with all the postponed shows that are going to come over to 2021. And then we're going to record also a new album at one point. But I don't think the new album is going to come next year already. We'll see. Maybe the album's going to turn out so good that we're like, we have to bring it out.
Get it right now.
But at the moment, it doesn't feel so long that we were in the studio and doing the promotion for the last album. So doing this live promotion now is a little surreal too because it wasn't planned. But you have to think outside of the box at the moment, because it's different circumstances.
Absolutely. And in regards to the live, that you didn't know it was going to happen, did you? The recording for the live album. It was
no. Actually,
who did it?
It was actually our former sound guy, Arnie. He's having a live recording studio, and he's recording summer festivals. He's on the summer festivals, and then when the band wants to have a recording, they sign a contract before the festival, and he's recording the bands. But we didn't sign anything. We didn't want to record anything. So after the show, he's coming into our dressing room, and he's like, "I want to check Daniels and Coke. I got something for you." And we were like, "What the fuck, Arnie?" He's like, "I recorded your show, motherfuckers." And we're like, "No." And he's like, "Yeah, I love you guys, and this is my presents to you." And he gave us the recordings. We gave him some Jack Daniels, and then that was the deal, basically, about the live recording. And we went home later, listened to the album in the studio, and you were like, "Holy shit, it sounds killer!" We should keep this and maybe make something out of it one day. And then, nothing happened. And at the beginning of the year, I was going on holidays to the Indian Ocean on a lonely island. And then COVID-19 came, and I couldn't return to Germany. So I was stuck on the island, like, what the fuck? And then all the shows got canceled, and I was still on the island. And I wrote my guys, hey, what about this live album we have in the pocket? Well, isn't now the right time to do this? So I called the label. I said, hey, if you do this, let's do it differently. Let's do a release right away as soon as possible, and give something to the crowd. It gives something for the band too. We have something to do. It gives us a little extra money to survive those times where we have no income. And it's been a great idea doing this. I'm lucky. Everything is an accident basically on this album. And it's not supposed to happen, but it happened. And sometimes in life it's like this, that stuff just happens and it's meant to be. And for us, this live album is a lifesaver for us at the moment. Keeps us sane, keeps us busy, and connected with the fans also.
And there's something special about a really good live album as well. The energy behind it and the band combined.
Also, it's not cut. It's one flow. Usually, live fade in, fade out. They're cutting the songs. This is just one flow of music. So I think that makes it a good one.
Sometimes there's also, you get some live albums. I've seen even live footage of bands, and then I won't name any names, but you get it, and then you go, I saw that footage, and you've re-recorded stuff, you've re-recorded vocals or something like that. But this is pure honesty.
Yeah, and even there's on the song Best Innovation, which is actually the song I played the most in my life. It's the #1 Destruction anthem. I fuck up the lyrics. I kind of twist. I twist the verses somehow. I don't know why it happened, but it happens. Sometimes it's like we had a lot of fire on stage that night. So when sometimes fire, we're like, oh, the fucking fire, and then you got the fucking lyrics for a second, and then the wrong stuff comes in. So this actually, it happens like once in a million times that I fuck up Best Innovation because I know the song by heart. But at that live recording, I kind of put the wrong verses in the wrong order, But that happens. It's live,
Dude, I love it. I love it when that happens because it makes it real. It's not doctored. It's honest.
That's true. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's sometimes we're living in this time that everybody wants to be perfectionist, but we're not. A lot of bands are also using backing tracks live, to back up the sound and stuff. We don't like that. We're a thrash band. It has to be honest, raw, and a little punky sometimes, and that's what makes real live music real,
I don't think Lemmy ever used the backing track. There you go.
He would have kicked it off the fucking stage, What the this shit? No way. No, even Lemmy in his times at the end when his voice was weak and he didn't well, he never used backing tracks. It wasn't his stuff. No way.
That's right. That's exactly right. In regards to that, I mean, talking about, looking back at your career, you played thousands of shows. If you could pick your best show and your worst show, what would they be?
Oh no!
Gotcha.
The most beautiful women in the world and the best sex moment. It's the same question. It's not possible really to say. I think because there's so many highlights in our career, and it also depends on the part where you are at. When we came back together with the band in '99. It was a true highlight for us to play at Wacken the first time. But meanwhile, we played Wacken many times and we even had better shows there. And the same goes for the worst shows. You think you had a bad show, but there's a worse one to come. Because next time, we had a Wacken show in 2002 where it was raining the day before, and during our performance we lost power on stage. So we were standing in front of 4,000 people with no power, and I was like, what to do? And then the crowd kind of made magic. They were screaming and shouting, and it's actually a magic moment. But it felt bad for me for a moment on stage because we couldn't continue playing for like 20 minutes almost, And,
dude.
But then you go on tour somewhere else, something else happens. We had we had other shows where other shit happened, where we had to cancel the show during the show, where barricades came down, broke down, people got injured, shit like this. That really sucks. I think so. It's like real life. When you think there's something bad happens, there's going to be something worse in the future. That's always it's the nature of life. But it makes it interesting, keeps it interesting, and if every show would be the same, it would be fucking boring.
That's right. And in regards to everyone's got their first live show. Everyone remembers their first.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember what yours was?
Yeah, my very first show was The Police, actually, in 1980. I saw The Police in 1980 in Germany, and then 1981 it was Rainbow.
That's cool.
So those are my two first shows, and I will never forget. So first shows will always stay in your mind. It's the beginning of it all.
After all those festivals in between, too many beers, you forget all those, but you'll never forget your first, right?
Oh no, it's kind of crazy that I remember a lot of our own shows also, a lot of details. Not everything is there, of course, but certain highlights and certain lowlights also, they stay branded on your brain forever. It's kind of good. I mean, now I'm getting older. I will start to forget sooner or later, I guess, but I'm going to try to write a book before to remember my memories. So when I have Alzheimer, I can always get my book out and say, 1985, the tour with Slayer. Nice memory.
Well, another thing is Burning Witches.
Yeah.
You're good friends with those guys, those girls, I should say, and I love them, and they've had nothing but awesome things to say about you. And they love you and look up to you as well. What is it about them that drew you to them? Actually,
the guitar player, Romana, she came to a Destruction show once, and she used to play in the local band, and I kind of met her band and her, and it was like, hey, cool guys. They live in Switzerland, I live in Germany, but we live at the border, and we kind of stay connected, and we got friends, and her boyfriend, Damir, who's now our second guitar player, her husband.
Yeah,
so it's all kind of connected there. He kind of, we became friends over the time, and then she told me about her little secret wish, that she wants to do a girl band. And I said, girl bands, they don't stay together. Girls are too complicated. But it's, a girl band is a great thing because rock and roll and women is the best thing they can together, So I said, when you have the girls together, I can help you, to help with the business, because you need to do the right decisions with the band at the first steps to not, have bad contracts and, bad connections with the wrong people. So I said, I'm going to help you with this, connecting with the right people, giving you some tips and hints. And one day she called me up, said, I found a singer, and my best friend is my bass player. We have a band. I'm like, okay, let's start from here. And then we started looking for a name, and they sent me the first kind of samples covering Holy Diver from Dio and the Priest song. And I was like, we keep the singer. She's amazing. And, make decisions one by one. And then everything went quick, actually. Once we had the first songs together, we went to the studio, and and the girls are eager to learn. They are very hungry. They love music, and for me, it's kind of a flashback. It's like having a baby, raising a baby. It's like everything you give to the baby. That's how it kind of works. So I'm having a lot of great moments with the girls. I try to see them live also when they play, and we try to improve everything. And and it's just great to have this passion for music, and that's something that should never get lost when you're a musician. And of course, over the years, you kind of your lows and ups, and sometimes you're like, fuck this, I want to give up music, but you won't. But this also shows me how much, music is important to see a young band rising again with all this passion they have for the music, and all this innocence also in this, coming into this project in this shark tank, I call it music business, So it's kind of a very nice experience for me, and I love the girls and the music, and it's great to see them making those big steps forward, of course.
Absolutely, and that's beautiful, man. I love hearing that. And you know what would be awesome though?
Bring destruction
And burning
riches to Australia.
both together.
Yeah.
Yes. You've probably heard that 100 times already.
When it's gonna happen, I invite you to the show for some beers, and it's your idea. Okay.
Hey, I'll bring some. I'll bring them for everyone.
It's actually a lot of people now are asking us about this. We have to see if it's possible, because it's of course 2 different countries, and it collapses a little bit. But on the other side, Burning Witches are a heavy live band. I think a lot of Destruction fans are surprised how much kick-ass they are live. So it would be. I think I would totally do it. We have to see how much the interest is of the local promoters in every country to do that. So hopefully,
I got my fingers crossed.
Hopefully, a future project to look forward to.
Absolutely, man. Well, of course, it's been awesome hanging with you tonight, mate. I appreciate you tuning in, especially with everything that's going on. And man, this new live album kicks so much ass. Comes out this Friday to Nuclear Blast.
Yeah.
Get it, do it. And thanks again, SCHMIER. Take care, brother.
My pleasure. Good to see you, and stay healthy in those times of craziness. It's the most important thing. And hopefully see you soon next year in Australia with the Burning Witches.
Man. Let's do it.
Let's push this. Come on.
Well, it's all on tape now.
All right,
it's
good.
all in the video.
Okay. Happy
Take care, brother.
All right. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye, man.
All right.